Hey everybody, welcome to the much anticipated conclusion of our first lesson on point slope form. So remember our new little formula here, point slope form is y minus y1 equaling m multiplied by x minus x1 in parentheses. Remember that all we need to do in order to write something in point slope form is we just need a point and we need just the slope. And once we have that information, all we need to do is place the numbers into their corresponding location. So on this video, we're going to address the second objective, which is to write the equation of the line in point slope form when we're given 2 points. We have a little bit of extra work to do on this one, but something that we've already done before. So we're just adding one step, well, maybe 2 steps to this process. So if we're given 2 points, in this case, we're given 3, 8 and 5, 3, that the first thing we're going to do is label our points, because what we're going to need to do is calculate our slope. And over here, I've got our little reminder as to what the formula for slope is. So our y2 is 13, our y1 is 8, our x2 is 5, and our x1 is 3. 13 minus 8 is 5, and 5 minus 3 is 2. And so that's our slope, 5 halves, or 5 over 2. We're going to leave it just like that. So already we've accomplished the first 2 steps, which were to label the points, x1, y1, x2, y2, and then to calculate slope. And so the last thing we need to do is to pick one of the points and the slope and plug it into the equation. So, like I said before, what I like to do when I'm doing this is I write the parts of the formula that aren't going to change, right? And what's going to change is the y1, the m, and the x1. So we know that our slope is 5 over 2, or 5 halves. So I'm going to place that in now and get that part out of the way. Now I know that this point here is the one that's labeled x1, y1. But if I wanted, I could plug this point in. And the point I'm trying to make is that you can take either the first point or the second point and plug that information into the equation. So for this example, I'll do the first one. And so my y1 is 8, and my x1 is 3. So just a quick recap, we labeled both points, we calculated the slope, and then we picked one of the 2 points and our slope, and we substituted it into the formula. We'll do one more. And so here we're given the points -4, -10, and 1, 7. So our first step is we are going to label our points x1, y1, and x2, y2. So step 1, check. So now we're moving on to the next step, which is going to be to calculate the slope. So one thing I like to do, which I didn't do on the previous problem, is the subtractions are part of the formula in our calculation of slope. It's always y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. And so now I'm going to substitute my values in. So I have -7 y2 minus y1, which is -10. x2 is 1, and my x1 is -4. And if you'll recall, when we have a subtraction of a negative number, we're going to bounce both of these over to addition. And so we have negative 7 plus 10, which is equal to 3. And 1 plus 4 is 5. So now we've taken care of step 2. So for the last step, we're going to pick one of the 2 points and our slope and substitute it into our formula. So for this example, I figured we'll just pick the second point to emphasize the fact that I can pick either one of these to plug into the equation. And once again, what I'm going to do is write the parts of the formula that will not change, and then take my space for the y1. Here's the y coordinate, which is negative 7. My m value or slope, which is 3/5 or 3 over 5. And then lastly, the space for my x coordinate, which in this case is 1. The only other thing that I have to do here is we're making the observation that this says minus negative 7. And so for the last little step here, we're just going to change that over to addition and rewrite the rest of the equation as is. And so this equation here, y plus 7 equals 3/5 multiplied by x minus 1, is our answer and is the equation of our line in point slope form. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you all are doing well. And as always, when you're doing your practice work, of course, I want you to take notes while you watch this video, but remember that you can watch this video while you do your practice problems. And as always, don't hesitate to reach out to me and ask questions. And once again, I hope you are all staying healthy and safe, and I hope your families are doing well, and I miss you all. And I hope to see you at the next Google Meet. Thanks, guys.